A very good afternoon to you if you've just joined us. This is Today. I'm Yuveka Rangappa in for Gareth Edwards, who is covering the Madlanga Commission, as you saw earlier. And we will get more analysis on that, on what happened today at the Commission. But first, this shocking story that came through not too long ago. And South Africa's ambassador to France, Nathi Mthethwa, has died in Paris. The former Minister of Police was reported missing after his security could not find him. He was apparently last seen yesterday afternoon. It's alleged that he fell from the 22nd floor of a hotel, though local authorities have not yet confirmed the exact circumstances surrounding his death. The details of what happened aren't known yet. We will bring them to you as soon as they are revealed and we get more on that. Well, Nathi Mthethwa did have a long history in politics here in the country. He had been French ambassador for just 1 year. Prior to his post in Paris, Mthethwa was Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture from 2014 to 2023, Minister of Police from 2008 to 2014. Born in KwaZulu-Natal, he rose to prominence in the ANC Youth League. In the aftermath of the 52nd National Conference held back in January 2008, the ANC installed him as Chief Whip in the National Assembly. He held that position until he joined the cabinet in September that year. All right, well, let's bring you the latest now from the Madlanga Commission and some analysis on that, some more analysis. Head of Crime Intelligence, Dumisani Khumalo, has wrapped up his testimony at the Madlanga Commission for today. Not a good day for the ANC, with numerous allegations of pay for favours. We've got political analyst Brutus Marara joining us now to discuss that. But first, Brutus, welcome. Thanks for your time this afternoon. Let's start first, though, with just your reaction. I mean, your thoughts on the death of Nathi Mthethwa. We do know his name came up, was mentioned by Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi in those allegations, which they are right and being treated as now. What are your thoughts?
First of all, condolences to the Mthethwa family on the passing of the former minister and the ambassador to France. Condolences to the family. It's unfortunate that he passes on with a cloud over his head. He will never have a chance to clear his name before the commission. We would have loved to hear what he has to say about the allegations that General Mkhwanazi has leveled against him as part of the infiltration that started way before Senzo Mchunu could become the Minister of Police. So it's very saddening that he has passed on before he could even get that chance to come and clear his name.
Yeah, and if his name came up, it was when he was actually, in that position within police, which goes way back. So we have to wonder how far back does all of this actually go? It raises a lot of questions for us.
Yeah, it does. It raises a lot of questions that there has always been attempts by the criminal syndicates to infiltrate the police. And they have always targeted these strategic positions. When Nathi Mthethwa is mentioned is where he wanted to influence the acting commissioner of police to take certain decisions. So you will realize that these positions are seriously targeted by the criminal syndicates to want to influence, to capture the state.
It was related to Richard Mdluli, which was quite controversial at the time as well.
Yes, what a controversial figure as well. Yeah. So unfortunately, like I'm saying, it's unfortunate that he has passed on without getting a chance to come and clear his name. Maybe if he had that chance, we would have had an opportunity to hear his side of the story.
Had you had any opportunities to meet him over the years?
Indirectly, I served in one ministry, Kokta, where he was appointed as acting minister when the then minister of Kokta was on a sick leave. I worked with him indirectly. I would not say that I have engaged with him personally. We had a very distant relationship in terms of our working arrangements. What I remember about him, though, is something that would remain stuck in my mind, is the fact that he was the Minister of Police during the Marikana massacre.
Yes.
And I think people will also be talking about it now that he has passed on, because there are still questions that are being raised. Also the victims and the families of the bereaved families, they are raising questions about justice as to whether they really attained that justice that they required.
Yeah, it's going to get in the way of connecting the dots as they've been trying to do in the Commission now to everything that has happened over the years. But thanks for that and sharing your thoughts on Nathi Mthethwa. Let's move to the actual Commission now and what happened today. I'm very worried about what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing coming out in conversations, the political connections. It actually makes me feel like we've been run by the mafia, some kind of mafia, for decades in this country.
Yeah, it looks like the state has been captured by the criminal syndicate. So what I'm interested in, which has not yet come out clear, is the consigliere, the actual mafias that are running behind the scenes, who are controlling all these figures. The Madlangas seem to be at the center of this, but
and everywhere.
I don't think that they are the main drivers of this whole plot to capture the state. So we need to know, out of the big five, who are the two that have not yet been mentioned. It will be very interesting to get to know who those people are and how did they play their part in influencing the activities in the criminal justice system.
Okay, so what's your feeling? What are your thoughts? Because this makes me think that all of this goes much higher up than we think, and many people are thinking it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I am also tempted to speculate that there could be big fishes here that we are yet to know. Maybe things will unravel as the witnesses are coming to the fore to give their testimony. So we also know that the General Khumalo, he's also going to provide information in camera.
Yes.
And maybe that is where some of these names will come out. But of course, the detail of the evidence we might not get to know, since there is a risk that the ongoing investigations might be compromised.
Okay, well, hopefully the Commission will do right by us and, you know, just really, really take whatever he has to say into consideration. They obviously have to be proven as well, like we heard. This is just one stage of this Commission. I mean, we have two notorious characters who are discussing our politics and discussing big positions, and they are ANC people. What is it looking like for the ANC at this moment?
It's not looking good at all. And it then confirms the very same narrative that we had throughout the State Capture Commission. Remember when President Ramaphosa went to the commission, he actually said the ANC was accused number one. And now you see that the ANC has been practicing a very sophisticated, corrupt system through this, which is not really a progressive forum, a progressive business forum. It's not progressive. There's nothing progressive about it. This has been a platform created to position those who are linked with the ANC ahead of everybody else, because this is a platform where they discuss the tenders that are on pipeline, and these business people get ready to position themselves for those tenders. So we see the Progressive Business Forum being mentioned in the exchanges of the text between Mokgotsi and Ket Matlala. So it then implicates the ANC that it has been part of the corrupt practices that have been happening with these syndicates.
Yeah, I mean, just look at what was said here. It was that Vusimusi Ket Matlala and Brown Matlala, there was a conversation that showed Mokgotsi asking Matlala to intervene in membership of two regions of the ANC. I mean, that's them directly involved in politics, not even by default or through another way.
Yes, it then confirms that membership of the ANC can be bought. Conferences of the ANC are up for sale.
And who asked for it?
And exactly.
Yeah.
So if you then link the fact that Bran Mokgotsi is linked to Senzo Mchunu is linked to Cyril Ramaphosa, it means that they were bidding for the conference where Cyril Ramaphosa emerged as the president of the ANC. So it will feed into that narrative that the conference was bought. And it's very, very unfortunate. It raises questions about democratic processes within the party in the ANC. and the preservation of democracy in the state.
And it talks about the exchange of money while doing that.
Yes.
Which shows what their stake in this was, because if otherwise, why are they interested? And I mean, you mentioned President Cyril Ramaphosa, and I read an article that you wrote about him in July, where you were expressing your disappointment in him as a president. And one has to wonder, I mean, how much can he say he didn't know? Were there not any red flags that were raised for him in all of this time? And let's look at that one incident, or the one allegation that was made here, where it was said that the president was taken aback when he heard about the disbanding of the task team, and apparently he had given permission. But you're surprised to hear this? No,
the evidence that has been provided so far, the Commissioner of Police, Masimula, indicated last week that he did engage with the president about the letter that he received from Senzo Mchunu, and the president was aware. So when he comes to us and say that he is instituting the commission and he has been taken aback by this, then it shows that the president has been lying all along, because these issues have been brewing behind closed doors for some time, until General Mkhwanazi was tired of trying to knock at different doors, and he was not getting an audience, and he then resorted to go out and make a media briefing. So there were engagements that took place between the Commissioner of Police and his boss, who is the president. And so the president was aware that there has been an attempt to close and to disband the political killings task team. Why then should he say later that he was taken aback? He has always been aware. The president should be invited, should be subpoenaed to the commission. I mean, it will not be happening for the first time. Yeah. We had President Mandela, who went to the commission, the Louis Late saga of the sports.
Oh, yes.
And we also had Ramaphosa going to the State Capture Commission. Yeah. So he should go back to this one and indicate if he was aware or not. He needs to state it under oath.
Because it wasn't just anybody. I mean, it was your National Police Commissioner saying this, putting himself on the line. I mean, who are you most likely to believe?
You see, Yuveka, the other thing is that we have, following the July riots, we had the president then taking over the state security, the intelligence back into the presidency, straight into the presidency. We had a minister that was now working in the presidency, focusing on intelligence. So how could it happen that he was not aware of all of these things?
Yeah. I mean, some, like I said, red flags. He will get reports. He would get, paperwork on this. He would get mention of this. I mean, we also have to look at, how he first handled the issue of Senzo Mchunu and the special leave at the time when this came out. And that also was a bit dubious. It wasn't. Yeah, a criticism of what he initially did.
Yeah, I mean, the president found himself between a rock and a hard place. He needed to either save the nation or to save a friend. And he chose to give a friend some time, which was to save the friend by instituting a commission. If the president was aware with all of this, he should have just allowed the criminal justice system, the NPA and the police to execute and arrest whoever that they needed to arrest, even if it meant to arrest the minister.
Well, Brutus, I mean, we've had mention, and again I have to say allegations, because these people have to come back and defend themselves if they can. We're talking about like interference in crime intelligence, bodies like IPID, and then now the task team. How much does that scare you?
No, it's very scary, because you have a scenario in which there is a real criminalization of the state. And the unfortunate part is that while criminalization of the state happens, it has two strands in the main. You have a strand in which the criminals try to have their proxies inside, and then they actually dictate terms as and instruct. But you also have another strand where the actual criminals are themselves the leaders who are taking charge of the strategic positions.
And telling them how things should be done.
In this case, our situation is worse, because both strands are operating in the South African criminal justice system. You've got generals that are generals by day and thugs by night.
All right. Well, just to wrap up for us, Brutus, I mean, how do you see this ending? Are we likely to see, as we've seen in South Africa a lot, that there are going to be some fall guys, and the guys who are the ones who are actually responsible are going to get away with it?
I mean, these allegations that are being made and the testimonies that is presented before the commission, it's quite damning and quite very serious. Some of the people that are mentioned, I do not see them escaping criminal charges level against them. If really we do restore the integrity of the criminal justice system, it will only be when these people face real criminal charges and they are taken to jail.
Especially considering where these allegations are coming, who they're coming from.
Exactly. Because if you want the people on the ground to respect the laws, you need to lead by example. Let us see the people who are connected, the so-called elites and the powerful facing the mighty of the law. Then an ordinary person on the ground would know that they have to respect the law, because not even the connected are shielded from the law.
I think we're going to have very interesting local government elections next year. So let's see what the public feels about this. But Brutus Madlanga, thank you very much for that insight. It does speak to a lot of, I think, what many South Africans are feeling at the moment. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.